All right, so many people have been wasting money concerning name reservation and corporate affairs commission. I've seen so many people reserve a name that has already been reserved before. When you have opportunities of knowing if a name already exists before now, even before you go ahead to make reservation. Now, I want to show you in this video how I find a way to make sure that I avoid wasting of money and aside wasting of my client's time whenever I need to reserve or register a particular name. My name is Akingbola Ezekiel, and you're welcome back to my channel. In this video, like I mentioned, I'll be walking you through the different techniques and different methods I use to make sure that my name reservation goes through to being reserved, and it's only on rare cases whereby those names get disapproved at the end of the day. So let's go into the video so that I'll share with you, and you see on my screen how I make sure that I get all my reservations done. Very quickly, as you can see on my screen right now, you can see on this particular portal we have about 516 name denied. So you can reduce this particular number when you are able to make sure that all your name reservation comes through reserved, and this is one of the ways you can do that. So before we even go there, let's find out and see the different names that have been reserved, denied, and the reasons why they are being denied. So when you know why a particular name is being denied, you will be able to know how to avoid such a pithole next time. Very quickly, let's look at this particular business. This particular business is called Co-Bliss and Kestalong Enterprise. So now, for me, once a client give me this name, Co-Bliss and Kestalong Enterprise, one thing I do is that I come to this place called search.cac.gov.ng. search.cac.gov.ng. Now on this portal, what I'll be doing is that I want to be able to carry out my search for this company. So first thing I do is that I search for this full name, the whole name. I search for it, and let's see what the portal is going to bring for me. So the portal is going to show me if this name exists or it doesn't exist. You can see that this name doesn't exist. If you click on the business name portion, you see that it doesn't exist. If you click on the incorporated trust, you see that it doesn't exist. That's the first thing, and that's why most people make mistake. That is all they do. Once they put in the full name, they think they are done and they think the name should go through, but it doesn't work that way. So the next stage of search is that you need to pick the names or the important words in those names one after the other and search for those names. Now the reason why I'm doing this is to make sure that the name does not conflict, right? So the first thing I'll be doing now, I'll be removing all of this and searching for Co-Bliss. Okay, Co-Bliss does not occur as an incorporated trustee. Let's check if it does not occur as a business, as a company, but it occurs as an as a business name. Do you see that? So now let's search for this again. The other part that I copied, this Kestalong, let's search for it and see if Kestalong exists on its own. Okay, you see that Kestalong exists on its own as well. So it means that this name in combination together with the other name would not be available for some important reason, right? So what I need to do right now to make my search very simple and very effective is that I need to add other details apart from the Kestalong. Don't forget that the full name that I reserved, that I want to reserve, is Co-Bliss and Kestalong Enterprise. So if I put Co-Bliss Enterprise, it will not go through. If I put Kestalong Enterprise, it will not go through. Now, one of the mistakes that this person is going to make in this business is that once you see that, okay, they rejected it because of Co-Bliss Enterprise, they might want to do Kestalong Enterprise. And you do Kestalong Enterprise, you notice that it will not also be approved. So you need to pick the names individually and reserve them. You understand? You pick the name individually and you search for those names. Once you search for those names, you should be able to know if those names are available individually. Now, if they are not available individually, like in this particular case, and if the client actually insists on using these two words, the Co-Bliss and the Kestalong, what I would recommend is that we add a third word that will make this name different. For instance, I can say, okay, if Kestalong is not important and Co-Bliss is important, I can tell the client, okay, let's do Co-Bliss and let's do KL. So KL will just stand for Kestalong. Do you understand? So this is one of the ways you find a way to reduce the number of denials that you get, and you increase the number of name reservations that you get. I believe you understand what I'm trying to say, right? So the next thing you need to do also, once you are able to start your business registration. So another example I'm going to look at is this one, Yes Rahman Enterprise. Yes Rahman Enterprise, you can see that this one, Al Rahman Telecommunication, already exists. That's why the name was denied. You can see that the another one, Al Rahman Enterprises, right? So one of the major things for this particular business, why it was disapproved, you can see that there's still conflict. This yes is not enough to distinguish Rahman Enterprise, this new one that you want to register, and the already existing one. So yes, as a word is not enough. So you need to ask the client to provide you a befitting or more unique name that will help you differentiate your name with this particular already existing name. Now this one is the one that is very, very, to me, when I see names like this, I am very angry. Because look at this. This is Dasho Business Venture, and you should know that if you search for this name, it should bring up that particular. Let's search for this and let's confirm, right? I'll also be, if you wait through the end of this video, I'll be showing you one of the ways, other portal or other website I can use to search for your names. So please watch this video from the beginning to the end so that I'll be able to see that particular part. So let's continue. So look at this. So I search for it as a business name, it's not showing up. As search for it as a company, it's not showing up. Incorporated is not showing. So let's do just the show. The show is not showing as business name, it's not showing as company, it's not showing as business name. Okay, let's do show alone. You see, this is one of the reasons why this person didn't get this name out. You can see show. Okay, so with show now, I'll be able to get other businesses that might have conflicting names with mine. And let's see the reason that you can see this one now. Show Provision Enterprise, Show Provision Store. Okay, you can see other options as well. Mama Grace, Mama Show Communication, show. And do you know that the show, and so this is what I'm saying now, the show like this, the show and the show, two of them, they are two different things. Do you understand? This and this, they are two different things, the way you look at it, right? But for CAC, this name, they are the same, because pronunciation also is important when CAC is trying to reserve name. If we go through all different name reservations, these name deniers, you will see some queries like that. I'll tell you, okay, this one now. This one is saying that enterprise, similar to an already existing name. Please insert more words to differentiate. So one word, name wrongly rooted. Okay, so for instance, okay, for routing of names, it means that they want you to either post incorporation for the registration. So if you use the wrong routing, then you will not get they will not approve the name. So if the name is looking at something that is an incorporated trustee or an NGO, and you want to register as a business, it will not be allowed. I believe you understand. So this video is getting longer. So let me go through to the next page, and then I will stop so that you get the details of what I'm trying to share here. So the next thing is that look at this, AZ Square Provision Store. Okay, I was trying to show you something on the show. Okay, sorry. Okay, before we go there, let me finish it. Look at the AZ Square Provision. So look at this kind of word, AZ Square. You are supposed to split this. You can see that the reason why it's not available is because of Z Square Provision Store. And you can see the closeness of that name. So you can avoid these things by making proper search. Proper search in the sense that you break the words. So like this one, I would have searched for square alone. I would have searched for just square. Square, I will search for square and look for name that once I see square provision, I can do square provision. Right? Square provision. Square provision. You can see that square provision is already is showing. I'm getting some options. Square provisions, square food. So square provision is already here. Square provision store. So this square provision obviously cannot be available. So it's very simple to do a proper name search and get your name registered, right? So the next website I'll be sharing with you, this is the bonus for this particular video. I'll be sharing a website with you where you can get your name search done. So it is called b2bhints.com. b2bhints.com. I believe you can see it on the screen. b2b, 2 in number 2, b2bhints.com. I'll be dropping the link in the description below. So here too, you can make a search But here, one thing, the way the website works is that it can help you do search of once any of your phrase or any of your word in the name you are trying to search for appears in another business, it will list that business so that you can see what it's trying to show you. So let's see this one now. AZ Provision Store. It's AZ Provision Store. So let's search for this and see what is going to show us. So the beauty of this B2B also, it has different jurisdiction. You can see it in different countries. So here now you can see that. So you cannot use one search, right? You cannot just use this B2B hint for your business. You can see that this one is not giving you properly. So because of that, let's remove the AZ and search for Square Provision. Square Provision is still not giving us anything, right? So let's do just Square now. Square. You can see that Square is bringing up different options, and those that are not in Nigeria, different countries in the world, right? So let's do another name so that we can get a proper search. Let's do GMK for instance. Okay, GMK for instance. Very quickly search for GMK. You can see that GMK Global Resources exist already outside Nigeria, right? So you can do search that are in Nigeria. So that means this GMK might be available, but you can see that on CAC Portal. Now let's look at this. One of the reasons why some of these names, when you come to this portal, you will not see them, they will not pop up. You see that this GMK is showing is in the United States, right? But it's not showing up here, right? If you search for GMK on CAC search, you should see GMK Global Resources or GMK Global Resources. Now, the reason for that disparity is that most times the data on CAC have not been moved to this particular website. I believe you understand what I'm trying to say. So maybe after 3 months or 6 months, that's when they move data. So you can see that this GMK Global Resources was registered in April. So there's no way it will show up in this particular website if they have not moved their data, if they have not moved data from CAC into their own website. I believe you get what I'm trying to say. So this search sometimes would only give you better results if the names that conflict with your names are old names, like names that were registered last year, last 2 years, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, right? So you can get a proper search with that. So that's why you must make sure you use this and you use CAC database as well. Very, very crucial. I hope this video has been very helpful to you. So it has been very helpful. I want you to give this video a thumbs up, give it a thumbs up, and make sure you subscribe to this channel, and make sure you watch out for my next video. My name is Akinbola Ezekiel, and I'll see you in the subsequent videos. Thank you. God bless you.